All right, first and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. And a sincere salutation to the Akim pushing his truth and sincerity, bahasham, rawchaa, qadash. This video is going to be entitled, What Shall I Do to Enter into Eternal Life? Okay? And I was posing this question the other day in my mind, and it dawned on me that this is in the scriptures. It's in the book of it's in the gospels actually, and brothers who sincere men who are in this ministry, they often pose this question, what good things should I do, so I can gain the kingdom, and so as always we revert to what the scriptures to get the answers. Okay. And I remembered that, a man asked Yahawashi this is Mark 10 and 18. 17. And when he was gone forth in the way, there came one running and kneeled to him and asked him, Good master, what shall I do that I may inherit eternal life? Okay, and that's basically what I asked in my mind. What shall I do that I may inherit eternal life? Okay, like all sincere men do, right? So this is written for a reason. And Yahawashi said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is the Most High. Right? Because, basically, Yahawashi had knowledge of reincarnation. Okay, he knew that he had been here upon the earth. That's why he made this statement. Okay, he knew that he had gone off in his past life. Okay. Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is the Most High. Thou knowest the commandments. Do not commit adultery. Do not kill. Do not steal. Do not bear false witness. Defraud not. Honor thy father and thy mother. Okay? And to be honest, we brothers that are in this ministry, we weren't born in the truth. We really didn't know the commandments. We didn't know what sin was, which sin is transgression of the law. Okay? But this man did. Okay? But if you want to inherit eternal life, you have to follow the commandments. Okay? And Yahawashi, he named them right here. It says, he said basically, thou knowest the commandments. Do not commit adultery. Do not kill. Do not steal. Do not bear false witness. Defraud not. Honor thy father and thy mother. And these are the things that we have to do if we want to inherit eternal life. Now let's read this account real quick. This is Matthew 22 and 36. Then one of them, which was a lawyer, asked him a question, tempting him, and saying, Master, what is the greatest commandment in the law? Yahawashi said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. You see? This is the first and great commandment, right? So, now that we know the commandments, okay, do not kill, do not, commit adultery, do honor thy father and thy mother, we have to also know the first and greatest commandment. Thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. Okay? So you have to make Yahawashi, your everything, this wisdom, this truth, this ministry, your first priority. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Right? And how hard is this? How hard has this been to learn as we've been in this truth? So the second is like unto it. Okay, the second greatest commandment is like unto the first. Thou shalt love the neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. You see, on these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. So the whole scriptures is basically about what? Loving Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi with all your heart, with your soul, and with all your mind. And to love your neighbor, which is your brother, These things, if you do these things, you will inherit eternal life if you're part of that elect. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. So let's go back. So I was meditating on this, and I was like, you know what? This is in the scriptures. Thou knowest the commandments. Right, we know the commandments now. Okay? As you can see here on the screen, and he answered and said unto him, Master, all these have I observed from my youth. Okay? Then Yahawashi, beholding him, loved him, and said unto him, now check this out. Beholding him, loved him. So the Lord looked at him, Yahawashi looked at him and loved him. Let's look at what this says.
Strong's G25, agapao.
Of persons, to welcome, to entertain, to be fond of, to love dearly, of things, to be well pleased, to be contented at or what they think. See, so look at how Yahawashi, he looked at him, okay, and, you know, he was entertained, I guess. He was fond of him, you know. He was amused for lack of words. And Yahawashi, beholding him, loved him, and said unto him, one thing thou lackest, okay? And, the elect is perfect in the eyes of Yahawashi, okay? Because they are the elect. But don't think for one moment that they don't lack, We are men in the flesh, okay? So as we do these commandments to enter into eternal life, okay, loving Yahawashi, loving our neighbors, and observing the commandments, the laws, judgments, commandments, statutes, and commandments, we have to understand that at times we lack. That's just the way it goes. Okay, and Yahawashi, beholding him, okay, he looked at him and he was contented, he was amused. And and Yahawashi, he had that reserve. He was able to, be around all people without, getting out of character. One thing thou lackest, go thy way. Sell whatsoever thou hast, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven. And come, take up the cross, and follow me. Okay, so one thing that he lacked was what? To give to the poor. Okay, we know charity covered the multitude of sins. He was a rich man. The Lord told him to sell whatever you got, and you will have treasure in heaven. And come take up that cross and follow me. And that's another thing. You have to take up your cross daily and follow Yahawashi. But let me get this. Let's see. Let's get this real quick first. This is Luke 12:33. Sell that ye have and give alms. You see? Sell that ye have and give alms. Okay? Right, give alms, man. What's alms? Charity. Especially now, we're coming up on a time that, it's time. It's best to be charitable, man.
Strong's G1654, elei masune.
It says mercy, pity, as exhibited in giving alms. Charity, the benefaction itself, a donation to the poor. Alms, right? Sell that ye have and give alms. Provide yourselves bags which wax not old, a treasure in the heavens that faileth not, where no thief approacheth, neither moth corrupteth. You see? So that's what Yahawashi, he taught the disciples, man. Okay? To live by faith. Okay? The Lord, provides, okay, for his elect. Store, it says, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also, right? And where's your treasure? Where's your mind at? Because your heart is your mind. It's on this truth, okay? Store up treasures in heaven by what? By doing the work, okay? By having faith, okay? And that will never wax old, man, okay? What's coming to Akim is not going to wax old. So if you want to inherit eternal life, you have to be an outstanding citizen. You have to be a man that is charitable, okay? A man that has his mind, his soul, okay, and his spirit on Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi and his truth. You see? Let's go back. It says, and one thing thou lackest, go thy way, sell whatsoever thou hast, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven. You see, you'll be rewarded greatly for your works, your alms, your deeds. And come take up the cross and follow me. And that's another thing. You have to take up your cross. Let's get that. This is Luke. No, this one, Luke 9:23. It says, and he said to them all, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. Right? You have to deny yourself, man. Okay? And some men are not willing to do that, but if you are sincere, you will deny yourself. Let's look at this word.
Strong's G 533. Aparneomai. Aparneomai.
It says to deny, and B, to forget oneself, lose sight of oneself and one's own interest. Right? You have to forget, of your own interest. Lose sight of yourself. It's about Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi preaching the kingdom that is to come, the salvation of the Israelites. Admonishing, rebuking the wicked. Okay, prophesying. Being an ambassador for Yahawashi. Okay, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself. Right, don't forget about your own interest and take up his cross daily and follow me. Now we know a cross is an instrument of death. Okay, so yeah, you will give up. You may have to give up your life. Okay, for this truth. Okay, that's just the way it is. Okay, and whatever things that are afflictions or whatever troubles, trials, and tribulation that you go through, you're just gonna have to bear it every day, and follow Yahawashi, without wavering. Okay, these are the things you do to gain eternal life. Okay, so let's go back. And come take up the cross and follow me. And he was sad at that saying and went away grieved, for he had great possessions. Right, this man, he didn't want to deny himself. And Yahawashi looked round about and saith unto the disciples, how hardly shall they that have riches enter into the kingdom of the Most High. Right, because these are the real riches. Okay, the real riches is the wisdom, the knowledge, and understanding, and to be chosen. Okay, but this man, just like many others, are grieved. You know what I mean? They're not willing to deny themselves. They're not willing to put Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi first. They're not willing to love their neighbor as their self, and they're not willing to love Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi with all thy heart, soul, and mind. These are the things you have to do. Okay, and daily. And the disciples were astonished at his words. But Yahawashi answered again and saith unto them, children, how hard is it for them that trust in riches to enter into the kingdom of the Most High? Yeah, and who trusts in riches? Okay, 2/3 of these Israelites, man, that are carnal. They're just for what, the temporary, and not the things that are not seen. Okay, which is with faith. All right, the kingdom of heaven. Okay, children, how hard is it for them that trust in riches to enter into the kingdom of the Most High? Right. And the kingdom's going to be full of treasures, but what? People want it now. You see? It is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of the Most High. Okay, and that eye of a needle was an opening of the city. Okay, it was easier for a camel to go in through a small opening, okay, than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of the Most High. And they were astonished out of measure, saying among themselves, who then can be saved? So the disciples were like, man, they're like, well, who can be saved? You gotta sell what you have and give to the poor. You gotta follow all these commandments, man. You see, and sometimes, that thought may come into your head, but what faith kicks in, and Yahawashi looking upon them saith, with men it is impossible, but not with the Most High. For with the Most High all things are possible, right? That's why you have to dwell in the shadow of the Almighty, man, which is His truth, you know? So that's basically all I wanted to bring out. Just a short little lesson, man. You know, you know, brothers, they ponder, what good things shall they do to inherit eternal life? Well, the scriptures tell us, man. It's following the commandments, man. If you're the elect, you're gonna be full of the law anyway. You know. So hopefully this was edifying. I want to say shalom.